Cooper's a winner, man. He's a competitor. And so that's one of the main reasons why we recruited Cooper in the first place.
True freshman Cooper Legaw out of Orem High School was going to start at quarterback tomorrow in Laramie, but now that game is canceled. What will the team look like next week against New Mexico? Welcome to ATV Sports. I'm Lisa Feinstein. Starting quarterback Jason Shelley is no longer part of the Utah State football team. A statement from the football team says Utah State interim head coach Frank Maile announced junior quarterback Jason Shelley has been dismissed from the team for a violation of team rules. Maile says he won't comment on this matter moving forward. Now, when it rains, it pours for USU football. The most recent storm for the Aggies was Shelley no longer playing for the team. He started all 4 of the Aggies games this season and logged 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. The week before, USU let go of head coach Gary Anderson, who was only 3 weeks into his second season with the Aggies. Next, COVID-19 has taken a toll on the athletes as well as the staff. Several athletes have missed games this season because of the virus. In this last game alone, Utah State was missing its second-string quarterback Andrew Peasley, the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach Bodie Reeder, and the co-defensive coordinator and secondary coach Stacy Collins. This morning, the Mountain West announced that tomorrow's game against Wyoming is canceled because of COVID-19 cases found in the USU program. And last, the team hasn't been safe from injuries. USU is tight-lipped when it comes to non-season ending injuries, and with COVID-19 in the mix, it's even harder to know why a player isn't playing. But in a press conference this week, interim head coach Frank Maile confirmed that starting free safety Troy Leffridge recently had surgery to an injury and is out for the year. And with all of this adversity, Frank Maile is focused on keeping his team locked in mentally.
The thing I learned as a young parent, man, and I got 4 kids now, is, kids panic when the parents panic. So if my kid falls off the bike, and I panic and I start, babying him, then he's going to think there's a problem.
There were no fans in the stands for a cold Saturday afternoon game against Fresno State when all of the Aggies' problems came to the surface. In the end, the Aggies gave up 541 yards to the Bulldogs compared to only 343 yards themselves, the highest number of yards they've had all year. Even with the improvements on offense, this game ended with a Fresno State victory, 35-16. This is the first time the Aggies have started a season 0-4 since 2007, when they started out 0-10. Skyview looking to advance to its second straight 4A state title game, facing Ridgeline in the semifinals. The chilly day saw Skyview dominate the Riverhawks, going up 14-0 on this 41-yard touchdown reception by Trey Nyman. Isaac Larson catching the 11-yard touchdown from quarterback Kason Carlson here. Look at that catch, puts the Bobcats up 21-0. Skyview finished the game with 2 rushing and 2 passing touchdowns for 28-0 victory, advancing to their second straight title game this Saturday against Pineview at Dixie State University. Less than a month into last season, head women's basketball coach Jerry Finkbeiner stepped down as coach for what the university said was a non-life-threatening health condition. Since then, USU hired Kayla Ard as the new head coach of the women's basketball team. This will be Coach Ard's first time as a head coach, and she has been working to implement a new style of play for the team.
So it's going to be a very different look. The past coach, they were more of they run a lot of sets and they played at a slower pace and more of a defensive team, so they want to hold people low. I'm an offensive-minded coach.
Last year, the Aggies went 28-23, following a 7 in the prior. Our final win last season was this 81-79 upset victory in the first round of the Mountain West tournament, when the number 11 ranked Aggies beat number 6 ranked San Diego State. The Mountain West announced its plans for a men's and women's basketball conference season. And grab your popcorn because it'll be made entirely up of double features. Teams will meet at one school and play 2 games against each other back within a few days. The Mountain West says that this will minimize travel and players' potential exposure to COVID-19. USU men's team will have home games against San Jose State, San Diego State, Colorado State, Wyoming, and Nevada. The women's team will have home games against Air Force, New Mexico, UNLV, Fresno State, and Boise State. The university has not yet announced whether fans will be allowed to attend the games in person. The NBA draft is tonight, and one former Aggie spent months getting ready.
I mean, this is essentially your future, and keeps being pushed back, but I've tried to use it as an opportunity to get better and try and get in the right place and try and get my game in the right place.
Merrill is the second all-time scorer for USU. He's had 8 months to prepare for this draft, when in a normal year, players would have 2 to 3 months after the college season to prepare. Draft projections don't have him getting picked, but that could change tonight. Now, where there's sports, there's betting. A quick lesson on over-under. It's a wager in which a sports book will predict a score for a given game, and the amount they expect the team to win by is the spread. Bettors choose over or under, and depending on what you bet this weekend, it may have been a stressful one for you. Starting with the NFL, the Cleveland Browns were favored by 4 over the Houston Texans. Up by 3 with just over a minute left, all Nick Chubb has to do is get the first down so the Browns can run out the clock. Chubb turned the corner and was ready to take it to the house and cover the spread, but stepped out at the 1. The Browns took a knee, finishing the game, not covering the spread. Next, the Buffalo Bills went up by 4 over the Arizona Cardinals with 34 seconds left. Cardinals go for the win, throwing a Hail Mary to DeAndre Hopkins, catching it with 2 seconds left. All the Cardinals have to do to cover the 2.5-point spread is kick the extra point, but they take a knee, ending the game, not covering the spread. Then at the Masters, Tiger Woods made one lucky bettor's day when he hit the ball into the water 3 times on one hole Sunday. The bettor put down $1 betting Woods would shoot a 10 on any hole during the Masters, and he cashed out the 150-to-1 bet when Tiger shot a 10 on the par 3 12th hole. Now you're all caught up on sports this week. Back to you, Sarah.
Thanks, Lisa.